G'day gang, Danny, how's it going? We're back in the Lord of the Rings Online. Aragorn. The One Who Lingers.
Though our mission to thwart the schemes of Amarthael and Mordrambor must be our main focus, I sorrow that the shade of my ancestor lingers, burdened by great remorse.
Oh, okay, I'll read the rest. There must be something we can do to ease his spirit. Please, speak with Lord Elrond on my behalf. If anyone among the living knows what can be done, it will be him. Okay, so it's like a little... Greetings! It's like a little side quest. Alright, well, let's go talk... Oh no, wait, let's not go talk to him yet, hang on. You should go to him and tell him of your adventure. Okay, so got to go back there anyway. I thank you again for bringing word of your meeting with the Shade of Arvedui. I hope that his spirit will find rest from its exile. In the meantime, LOTRO has been awaiting news of your efforts. You should go to him and tell him of your adventures. He is in his chambers on the first floor of the last homely house. Go with the goodwill of all the free people. Narquil goes south. Okay, so we got to go back to the last homely house. Got to talk to Elrond and LOTRO. I think we'll just do the One Who Lingers first. Get that out of the way, because otherwise I'll probably end up getting two quests. One going that way, one going this way. Or not. Maybe they'll both go to the same place, but... let's just keep it together. K-I-T. Keep it together, folks. Ah, look at them waterfalls. Look at them mountains. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that bridge. God. I meant that. Hang on. Hang on a second. We can fix this. Everything's fine. We just went for a little dip. Totally intended. Right? That's what happened. Gandalf was walking along and go, wow, look at this. Whoa! Splash. You didn't see that in the movies or hear it about it in the books, but it did happen. There was that one time. He got out of the water, beard soaking wet, and said, meant to do that. It's okay. We're all good here, folks. G'day. He said things like that. Ah, the last homely house. Now, what level is he on? I know what level he's on. I always know. I just muck it around so you're never quite sure whether you know or not. Even though deep down I'm never too sure. Got a sneaky suspicion. Never 100%. Or am I? No, I'm not. The One Who Lingers?
I knew King Arvedui in life. He deserves a better fate than to linger in the frozen wastes, tormented by his past.
Okay, where do you say that? Oh, anyway. Back so soon, Dan? You explain that Aragorn wishes to find some way to put the shade of Arvedui to rest, and sent you to Elrond for his help. We are in agreement. I knew King Arvedui in life. He deserves a better fate than to linger in the frozen wastes, tormented by his past. Relieving him of his burden will be no easy task, however. Elrond furrows his brow deep in thought. Truthfully, I do not know how best to help him. In my experience, shades of men often linger in the world because of something unfinished, an oath unfilled, an oath broken. Perhaps if you spend some time with Arvedui, you will learn why he lingers, and find a way to relieve his burden. To that end, I have a request that might lead to salvation for the fallen king and also thwart the enemy. Elrond motions to the book on his table and opens it to a page marked with a piece of tasseled cloth. You see that it contains a list of many dated entries, logging something. The seven-pointed star of Arnor illustrates one of the pages. As you have seen, Angmar has committed many forces to Foreshell, conscripting the local Arvedui into their ranks, sending more soldiers than necessary for the purpose we believe they possessed. They are searching for something, and I have finally found a clue as to what that might be. This record recovered from Illuminus details significant troop movements from the years 500 to 600 of the Third Age. There on that page it states that a large contingent of soldiers and Prince Elrond himself moved an item of great importance from Osferod into the north. It does not declare what this item is, or where precisely it came to rest. I have a suspicion as to what it might be, and if I am correct, it is surely what the Angmarim seek in the frozen wilds of Foreshell. First, I would ask you to seek the ranger known as Lothrandir. I believe he is still among the Losoth, and should you encounter Angmarim in force, I fear you will have need of his sword arm. Together, bring this information to Arvedui, that as the king of Arthedain, he may know where this secret treasure was hidden by the Ornorians all those years ago. If fate is kind, you will find the treasure before the Angmarim can seize it for their dark masters. If it is kinder still, you will also find a way to put Arvedui's spirit to rest. I wish you luck, Dan. Foreshell it is. Okay, so let's go back there. Back to the wastes. So, Suri Kaila. Alright, back to Foreshell. Did a little bit of swift travel. Get ourselves back to Suri Kaila. And Lothrond is right here.
What has brought you back to Foreshell?
Oh,
Is everything well in Rivendell?
Foreshell? Hello, Dan. What has brought you back to Foreshell? You explain Elrond's request to find the missing Anorian treasures before the Angmarim and try to put Arvedui's shade to rest. You bring tidings of high adventure, and it would be a great honor to assist you in finding a lost treasure of the Dunedain and to meet King Arvedui himself. We must not tarry here, then. If we are to find her before the Angmarim, let us travel to the shipwreck of the Thoraval at once.
We will depart for the Thoraval when you are ready.
Lothrandir, a ranger of the north, has joined thee in thy quest to find a lost Arnorian treasure in Foreshell. Thy only hope of finding it may lie with the shade of Arvedui, last king of Arthedain.
Who said that? Who was that?
We have arrived. It is time to speak with King Arvedui.
Oh, cool. I didn't have to read it either. Magic. Let's listen to the conversation. The Losoth say this place is cursed. A little bit quicker, buddy. What is the etiquette for meeting such a king as this? Life as a ranger has not prepared me for these things. Just keep it calm, buddy. Just relax. Just keep it chill.
Why hast thou returned, and who bringest thou with thee?
Hail, King Arvedui. I am Lothrandir, a ranger of the north, a Dunedain. It is an honor to meet you, sire. A Dunedain? You must be he who hath befriended the Losoth. Well met, Lothrandir. I desire to ask thee how our people hath fared since my passing, but you must have come here for another reason. We have come here with a mission for Lord Elrond. He believes you may be able to help us find something before the Angmarim do. I owe much to Lord Elrond and his people. I will help thee however I can. We have learned that during King Valandur's time, something of great importance was moved from Osferod and hidden somewhere in the north. Elrond thinks the Witch King's forces are looking for it. Do you know what it is or where it is hidden? Agoroth. Agoroth? The Narrow Delve. It is a hidden fortress in the mountains nearby. For centuries, the key of Agoroth had been passed down from the King of the Air for as long as the North Kingdom stood. It is the only way to access the vault within. Another long line broken by my death. If only I had heeded the warnings of the Losoth. It must be extremely well hidden for me to have not stumbled upon it, for I've spent many years exploring the northern wilds. I wonder if...
Someone else approaches. Wert thou followed?
What? Ah, I hear them out there. In the excitement of this meeting, I lowered my guard. Weapons at the ready!
Death to the Rangers and their allies! You will never find Agoroth!
Where are they? Oh, here they come. LOTRO there. Turn around, buddy. Here comes an Angmarim attacker. Comes another batch. I like how he said weapons at the ready, but he's got no weapons in his hands. Now he does. He waits to the moment where it's actually needed. Until then, he rests his weapon hand. A sorceress is incoming. Set a trap for him. Oh, they'll just run right past it. Angmarim defeated? I believe that was all of them. Strong evidence that Lord Elrond was correct. The Angmarim are on the same trail and aim to beat us to Agoroth. Do you know what lies inside the vault, King Arvedui? I know the location of Agoroth, and not what it contains. Only that. It considered a beacon of peace. Before I set sail to my doom, I explored the ice caves and canyons, searching for Agoroth. Would its secret help me defeat the Witch King and retake my kingdom? I found the secret door, but to my dismay, the path was choked with ice and snow. It was clear no living soul had passed that way in many years. So it does exist. Will you show us the way, King Arvedui? I cannot. Not without the key. On that fateful day I left it with the Losoth chieftain as thanks for their aid. They recognized it and spoke of an ancient pact with the Iron Men and a stone home. News of this pact had been passed down through the years. The Losoth kept the ring of Barahir safe as well. It is likely they will still have the key and could be willing to barter for it.
I believe we have a lead. Let us consider our next steps.
All right.
Lord Elrond's intuition was correct.
King Arvedui has a valuable source of information, or he was. But the Angmarim are aware we seek Agoroth as well. How far do they lead us in this race?
It is clear we do not have much time if we are to reach Agoroth's treasure before the Angmarim.
You should go ahead to Surikaila and ask the Losoth Council if they will barter for the key of Agoroth. They are an honorable folk, and will make fair trade for it. Meanwhile, I would like to speak with King Arvedui at length, giving him word of the last 1,000 years, and to hear the tales of the Dunedain of old. Okay, so we'll go back to Surikaila then. Talk to Virana. Irana. Losoth chieftain Irana can be found in the Great Lodge of Surikaila. You should ask Irana of if the Losoth will be willing to trade for the key. Oh my goodness, how many hoops is she going to get me to jump through? How many? Have to do a dance. I could dance. I could do a couple of dances for it. That's alright. I'll be fine with that. Dan, you return. The Lumivaki did not expect to see you again after that business with the ring was finished. At least not so soon. What do you want from Irana? You explain that the Amarim are searching for a treasure in the hidden fortress of Agoroth, and that you need the key Arvedui left with the Losoth before his death, if there is any hope of beating them to it. Iriana knows of what you speak. The Lumivaki have kept this heirloom safe, but I ask, do you know the true significance of this item? It is more than a metal key to a metal door. The Lumivaki know. My people have long memories. The songs tell of a time long ago, when the tall men came in suits of iron. They asked the Lumivaki for peace, and to swear an oath before a great stone, blue as the sky on a clear day. The Lumivaki swore to help the tall men fight their enemies, and in trade, we received weapons of forged metal to fight our ancient rivals, the GameolioDan. A good trade, until the Iron Men went to war. Many Lumivaki died in foreign lands, facing enemies that were not our own. Even still, the Lumivaki kept our oath of the peace with the Iron Men and their descendants. One day they came again to Surikaila. They said the stone must be moved and hidden. There were other stones, with oaths made by their clans, that were taken and corrupted. The Iron Men wished to build a new stone home here in our lands. The Lumivaki were hesitant. An enemy capable of corrupting such powerful magic is not an enemy to be made lightly. We knew who that enemy must be. But the Lumivaki were compelled by their oath and allowed the Iron Men to build their stone home here. We hid the way with our magic, but for we knew if the stone was found and corrupted, the Lumivaki would become bound to that evil. For many years the Iron Men were left to their stone home. Rarely one would come to Surikaila to barter for supplies. Then came a foul wind carrying the scent of evil, followed by the worst storm in many generations. No more Iron Men came after that day, and we fear the stone must now be unprotected. This key, it will unlock the door to the stone oath. Of this, Irana is certain. It will be given in trade, but not for goods or currency, no. In return, Irana asks that Dan makes his own oath. Promise to the Lumivaki that you will protect the stone from Angmar, and promise Irana that you will find a way to destroy the oath stone for good. The Lumivaki wish to be bound to no one. We will give our allegiance to those deserving and fight enemies we understand fully. Do you accept? Yes. I agree. The knowing nod. You agree in Yarna's terms of exchange?
You are a stranger to the Lumivaki.
Yarna nods solemnly. A pact is made. Go to Salavati and tell her that Irana has given you Arvedui's key. She is the keeper of ancient things and of stories from long ago. You will find her on the rise above the village. The Lumivaki are relying on you, Dan. Do not fail us. Well. Alright. It's turning out to be a bit of an epic quest by itself, isn't it? Talk to Salavati. Where is she, over here? Set on a rise. I didn't think it would be so close. Oh, on a rise, maybe overlooking. Right. It's got to ride out. Out and around and up the top. Say a rise above. Got to ride around the back. Agoroth, the Narrow Delve. Now I'm hoping that... I hope that I can actually do this. And this doesn't end up being like a raid or something similar. So it should be around here somewhere. Somewhere around here, there you are. The Keeper of Ancient Things.
May I be of help to you?
What brings you to Salavati, outsider? You tell Salavati that Yrana has given you the right to take Arvedui's key? Her eyes widen. The Lumivaki have held this key for many generations. We knew that one day someone would come for it, as they did for the ring of Arvedui. By Yrana's will, I offer it into your care. Salavati turns from you and whispers a prayer in the language of the Lost Off. She then begins humming a single tone deep in her chest. This tone makes the tall stone spires around you vibrate, and the snow dance, unearthing a square cut out in the rock you would have never seen before. She lifts the square-shaped stone, exposing a hollow space, and stops humming. Inside rests an unassuming bundle of elk hide, worn with age. Salavati takes the bundle and unwraps it, revealing an intricately detailed metal key. You see the key is quite large, and the seven-pointed star of Arnor serves as its handle. This must be the key of Agoroth. Salavati holds the key toward you, allowing you to take it. Our business is concluded, outsider. May you do great things with this. The one known as Lothrandir has come to meet you. Salavati sees much from this high place. You should go to him. Cool. The key of Agoroth. Now, can I just take a little jump? Just a little safe little jump here. Yeah, that's the way. Yep, that's it. Nope. No bone crunching, thanks. No bone crunching, thank you very much. Oh. I just assumed he would be here. Hang on a second. Wait a minute. Oh, he's outside. Guess they won't let Arvedui in. Being a ghostly king and all that.
What do you need?
Surprisingly, Lothrandir has compelled Arvedui to accompany him to the Losoth village. Lothrandir seems to be telling Arvedui a story and has not noticed you approach. You should listen in to their conversation. You approach and listen in.
With the key of Agoroth in hand, the time has come to find the door to the hidden fortress deep within the caves of ice.
And when Aragorn finally worked up the courage to ask, Elrond said, Aragorn, Arathorn's son, Lord of the Dunedain, listen to me. A great doom awaits you, either to rise above the height of all your fathers since the days of Elendil, or to fall into darkness with all that is left of your kin. Many years of trial lie before you. You shall neither have wife nor bind any woman to you in troth until your time comes and you are found worthy of it. And that is when he decided to accept his destiny and work towards reclaiming the throne of Gondor and Arnor.
Truly, an heir of my line seeks to claim the throne and reunite the kingdoms. Lothrandir, thou knowest not how much joy it brings to hear that.
Aye, our chieftain is the best hope for a bright future. For all men, not just the Dunedain. Oh, our friend has returned. What news have you?
Oh, Yeah, I was just standing on the side.
I've been telling Arvedui of his heir, Aragorn, and his desire to reunite the kingdoms. Hearing such things seems to have lifted his spirits.
Get it? Spirits? Oh, Lothrandir, you're such a card. I believe he blames himself for his death, ending the line of kings. Perhaps we're making progress on two fronts, Dan. Did you acquire the key from the Lossoth? You told Lothrandir and Arvedui that you acquire the key, but promise to destroy the Oathstone that the Lossoth believe is inside Agoroth. Lothrandir looks at you curiously. Quite a promise to exchange for something so valuable, Dan. I truly hope we are able to keep it. So the vault holds an Oathstone. Is this something of which you know, Arvedui? The Vandasari, of course. The Oathstones were powerful relics rescued from Numenor before it was swallowed by the sea. In the Second Age, Elendil the Tall and his sons used the Vandasari to bind the other tribes of men in peace, but many were taken and corrupted by the enemy. This one in Agoroth must be the Helisasar. It had long vanished from history, of course. It seems so obvious now that all the pieces have come together. Now that the key is in our possession, I will show thee the way to Agoroth. It is hidden deep in the caves, in the place the Lossoth call Yareti.
I will lead us to Agoroth.
Well, there's a place called Yaranit over there. Is it over here? I guess we'll find out in a second. Yakuru. Oh no, we're here. Oh, okay. It is through here.
Through here, the Grimms linger near the hidden door, drawn to the magic that keeps it coming.
Let's go, Lothrandir. I'm shooting ice spirits with arrows. You can do the same.
Stand there in the chamber, hold the key aloft and repeat these words. Dolan Ween Belagoth.
Dulan Ween Belagoth. Dulan Ween Belagoth. I said it. Say the password. Oh, how am I going to manage that? I guess I got to type it. Can you type it? Can you tell me again? I kind of missed it. Oh, here we go. Dolan Ween. Wait. Ween Belagoth. The door to Agoroth has been revealed. It is done.
It is done. Let us hope we have arrived in time. Hail to thee.
The way is open. When you are ready, we shall enter.
Arvedui has shown us the way to Agoroth. Now, we must prepare to venture inside.
Let us hope we have arrived before the Angmarim. You couldn't have said that?
Whenever you are ready, we will enter the Narrow Delve. Not even Arvedui knows what awaits us inside, but we must reach the Oathstone before the Angmarim.
And you must not forget, you promised the Lossoth you would find a way to destroy it, so they are no longer bound by its magic. Lothrandir crosses his arm and looks down at the ice below. A wry smile appears on his face. barely visible beneath the shadows cast by his hood. Elrond did say that the men might remain in this world as shades if they break their sworn promises. If we are not careful, we might share the fate of King Arvedui. Come now, let us face our destinies together. Let's do this. Complete Agoroth, the Narrow Delve. Thanks for watching, folks. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by clicking the like button right here on this video. And if you haven't subscribed already, you can click on the old subscribe button and you can click on that bell that's next to it to check out your notification options for when new videos arrive. See you in the next video.